Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, Chris, Star Trek Discovery on Valentine's Day. It was a good Valentine's Day episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We got a little love being rekindled there. We got some connection.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little mycelial connection.
Mm-hmm.
Burnham just starts running in this episode, eh?
Yeah, she's doing the command training program run.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like that.
That
like,
or they just really have not fixed that power surge.
Yeah, everybody's running through corridors with the lights flashing on and off.
Yeah.
I guess that's just the designated running corridor.
You know, I heard Netflix wasn't flipping the whole bill for this season, so maybe they're just cutting back budgetary-wise.
Yeah, we can't afford lights.
Yeah, we'll cut back. We'll look dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
So Tilly's inside of a giant crocodile-looking thing.
Mm-hmm. Or is she?
Yeah. Oh, there's funny because that's what I wrote down was crocodile, and then later we get alligators mentioned. So yeah, what does that thing do?
Yeah,
the cocoon.
We've decided it's a transporter. It's a mycelial transporter. I think mushrooms can just do anything, can't they? They
can. They are, the problem-solving thing of this universe.
Yeah, absolutely. We just need a... You know, it's like a species 8472 thing. They just got all the biotech, right?
Got a lot more Burnham monologues, of course, and they're trying to chase down Spock's shuttle.
We are doing a bit more of that kind of Star Trek thing where we're getting a lot of monologues, but they're not all monologues from the captain, and we're getting like multiple an episode.
This one was too much for me. Like the first one, fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. But that last one went on and on. And I'm like, I don't care what she's saying anymore.
Yeah, it's like these used to be personal logs.
Yeah.
And now we're just getting talked to.
Yeah.
That's actually, we've never just been talked to the audience like that. It's always been in the form of personal log or captain's log.
You know, if Riker or Picard wanted to talk to me personally, I'd be like, oh, that's great. Like, they're letting me know stuff. Mm-hmm. But, Burnham, she's a traitor. I don't trust her. Turn on your captain.
I remember you started that war. Yeah. Nobody else does.
You started that war, and that was a very disappointing war for me, so I hate you for two reasons.
Okay.
The phasers are stunned.
Nobody fires without my direct order. Captain Georgiou.
We get to see Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And Pike is fangirling over her.
Mm-hmm. They're really dangling Spock like a carrot this season.
Yeah.
Like, we're how many episodes
Not in the shuttle.
Yeah, he's not in the shuttle. I'm like, okay, we're finally going to get to see some Spock. And no, we are waiting on that for a little while.
Why they gotta damage the shuttle? Why couldn't they just tractor beam it right away?
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess maybe his shields are up, who knows. So Michelle Yeoh was all like, check out my badge, dude.
Yeah, and he knew what it was.
He knew. And yet later...
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And even like, God, like, you can try and say that the whole Section 31 apparently not being as covert a thing now for some reason, despite the fact that no one knows about it in DS9. Nobody knows about it in Enterprise. It could just be like, maybe certain high-ranking people like the admirals know about it.
Yeah.
I would believe in DS9 that admirals knew about Section 31. But why does Pike
Well, there was that one admiral.
Yeah. Like, why does Pike know about it?
Yeah.
It's why, and even thinking back to like the first episode, the prisoners looked at those badges and they were like, oh, Black Ops, right?
Yeah.
They mentioned it.
I think what they have to do is at some point in the next however long, they have to disavow Section 31 and break them down.
Yeah.
Be like, we took them out of the charter. They're not there anymore. And it's like, yes, we are.
Yeah. Maybe they get even more nefarious because I guess we're skipping ahead a little bit here, but so far they're just basically doing the right thing with fancier tech.
Yeah.
Like Section 31 hasn't.
Pretty sure you're not.
What have they done that was too evil so far?
Pretty sure you're not allowed a cloaking device.
That was a rocking device.
Yeah, they were a little asteroid there.
Yeah.
Man, that was like stolen from 14-year-old Jeff again. I was like, I'm gonna put a projector around so my ship can look like anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they don't have the phase through matter cloak yet.
No.
They're still working on that. Like, yeah, I would even believe that was a Section 31 project in TNG there.
Yeah, well, it was
believe that.
the Admiral.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Riker stood up to him because it was wrong.
Yes, it was wrong, damn it. We're not allowed to do this. Riker being the Melvins, like, teacher, aren't we not supposed to be doing that?
Yeah. So Leland calls Pike and wants Georgiou back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, she's not a hostage. How did Tyler even get on the ship?
How did Tyler get on the ship? Was he already on the Section
Must have been on the
31
shuttle?
vessel? Was he on
Or
the...
beamed aboard? I didn't
something?
see the transition at all.
Yeah, he was just there.
He did mention Cestus 3 and the alligators last time he saw Leland.
Yeah, I think the alligators were more metaphorical, but Sextus 3 is the planet that Kirk and Co. Beamed down to in the Gorn episode.
Yeah.
Not the one where he's fighting the Gorn, but the one that's all banged up.
So Tilly has been transported to Pandora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked a bit like that. I needed my 3D goggles.
Yeah.
So it's angry Pandora and the spores eat you.
Yeah, the little mosquitoes will bite you, and then, there's that evil monster they've got.
Running around. We were disappointed. We had our hopes going in one direction.
I swear I heard Lorca's voice when I heard the screams. I was like, it's Lorca!
I wanted it. That would have made sense as the monster. I wonder if that was even an intentional misdirect, because it's like, oh, who's a monster that might be in the spore network?
They're just like, oh yeah, we'll call him a monster in this one. Because he's got that tree bark on him that's affecting that universe.
Yeah.
But then it just went away. I don't think they did anything to make it stop.
No, well, I guess he's not spreading it around anymore.
Yeah.
He's chilling. Also, oh my god, we spent so much time in this episode being like 2 minutes away from the ship blowing up. And as I'm watching everybody talk, and I'm like, hey, how about you move first and have this conversation later? Let's
have our heart-to-heart now.
God damn.
Speaking of which, I got you some chocolates, Chris.
For me?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
So Pike didn't seem like the biggest fan of Tyler.
He murdered an officer.
Vogue murdered an officer. As Tyler's a good man.
Even if I could see my way to accepting that distinction, he left this ship to serve as torchbearer for the Klingon Chancellor. Now he's into Black Ops.
No.
And then Tyler, slaps his comm badge to call Leland.
That was great.
And it's just like, what the
hell is that?
Yeah.
It's okay. And like you might not get it, but your kids are gonna love it, right?
Yeah. I thought Stamets was gonna cry when Tyler went on the bridge there.
Yeah.
Given his little, meeting on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a room for that, guys.
I thought they should have sent him in there when they needed someone to kill the monster.
Yeah, I have experience in this, killing this particular monster.
Yeah, let me at him.
Yeah, that would have been great. It looked like the saucer was going to get broken.
Yeah.
It's like, the hull's getting eaten by the mycelia's crap, and,
And, Tilly and Burnham are just chatting.
Yeah.
They're just talking about stuff.
They could just get a new saucer. Probably not allowed a second spinning one, though.
Yeah, no. That's what happened to the spinny ones.
Yeah.
We broke the first one, not allowed any more toys.
Pike says Nhan is his chief security officer, but I'm pretty sure he called her his engineer when she beamed on board.
Did he?
Pretty sure.
Oh, man. Well, it's the same color, so it's basically interchangeable, right?
Did you notice that she was wearing a skirt over her pants?
Yeah, you pointed that out, and I thought that was pretty cool.
A good boyfriend pays attention to these details. I'm just saying.
Well, other shows have had sort of alternate uniform options, so I guess the Discovery uniform does have room for a sort of a skirt combo like she had going.
Well, they're all in Starfleet where, other than Deanna, mostly had to stick to it. I mean, Kira was Bajoran, so she got to wear whatever the hell she wanted to.
Yeah.
Until they had a budget, and then she could wear other things.
I thought I was losing my mind. Dr. Culber?
Hugh Culber shows up again. I really like his hair.
Yeah. What's he been doing with it?
Yeah.
Not much, I don't think. But yeah, I think it's going to be really good to have him back on board.
Yeah, maybe he can usurp that chief medical officer.
Yeah, that we assume.
But he can be chief medical officer, we know.
Yeah, we'll have some backstory and some understanding. At the very least, he can be the one that attends the meetings.
You know, I was so thrown off because like Space Channel just kept telling me there was nudity coming up. I'm like, where's my nudity? And then I see like what was going on. It's just like, oh, they're birthing him.
It's guy butt.
It's male nudity. Thanks,
Poor
Space.
Jeff. Poor Jeff.
Thanks.
Can't always get what you want.
No. I did think that was kind of cool though when he like reached in to go across the barrier there and his arm disappeared.
Mm-hmm. That actually kind of makes sense because they'd been talking about conservation of matter and energy the whole time. And I was thinking, wait a minute, if he just poofed here, like his energy poofed here from the magic kiss, which is what we're going with, it was the magic kiss.
Kiss its here, it transfers you to the mycelium network.
Then I'm thinking this shouldn't work. What's he going to be made out of on the other side? His body, his matter is dead and buried somewhere. So that at least made sense a little bit.
Yeah, that was nice. Mm-hmm. So when everything gets resolved, Pike beams over to Leland's ship.
Mm-hmm.
Now nobody ever says Sweet Bridge. It's pretty interesting. It's very different.
And we still haven't seen the like a registry number or a name for the Section 31 ship.
I don't think you're gonna get one.
I'm thinking, it probably doesn't have either.
Yeah. Admiral Cornwell was there.
That was a surprise too.
I was like, you bitch. I still don't like her because, you know,
she's not on the up and up.
Nah, she freaked out on Lorca having, even if he was evil Lorca, I get it. He did some terrible things, but just because the man sleeps with a phaser under his pillow, like you're gonna freak out on him?
Yeah, she's in bed with Section 31, so hey, calm down.
She's in bed with a lot of people she doesn't seem to want to be.
Yeah.
As we're working together, I assume my temporary liaison officer is permanent.
For the time being, Agent Tyler is yours.
Unless you prefer Captain Georgiou. No, thank you.
Nope.
So we found a way for Tyler to be on the ship, eh?
Yeah.
Temporary liaison officer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're getting the band back together, man. We got Tyler back. We got Culber back.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, you know what we need? A liaison officer who's gonna cause a lot of drama.
Gonna have a lot of problems, and he's got a cool badge. He can go bloop.
Yep. Yeah. You got the coolest communicator ever. It flips.
Yeah.
It flips. People got cell phones that flip because of how cool that was.
Back in the day, when you could pretend to be Kirk answering your phone.
Exactly. There are still people out there that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Old people. They don't like technology. I think I already complained about the giant narration. What did you think of Tilly's wet hair? I imagine you really enjoyed that.
Everything Tilly is good by me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She made a promise to
Pinky swear.
To see May again, because their friendship. It just seemed like the whole problem stopped when it was like, oh, we're just gonna take him with us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't leave.
Why don't we just take the monster with us?
And then like she reasons with May not to shoot him because she's just like, I know you. It's just like, no, you know the identity that she stole. Mm-hmm. She is a different life form on a different level that you've never encountered before. She probably could have shot you and been justified.
Yeah, and I believe May knows Tilly completely because she's been in her head. And, she can extract like these images of people that she's known. But I haven't seen anything that suggests Tilly knows May in even remotely the same capacity.
No.
But they were playing it like they had this sacred bond.
You bring up an excellent point though. Tilly will never make captain because she's been compromised by an alien life form.
That has never stopped anyone before.
Hey, Picard was already captain.
Who doesn't get compromised by an alien life form?
Damn it.
Yeah. That's like a requirement.
That was my first jump with Cisco. No, that happened, Prophets.
Yeah, his entire life is the result of being compromised.
Well, let's run through them. Janeway.
Literally turned into an alien life form.
Yeah, but
or a future space Janeway ruined everything.
She was built around no compromise, which is why I didn't like her. And then you got Archer.
Well, he just got kidnapped every episode.
Yeah. I guess they could assume he was compromised each episode.
Yeah.
What about Kirk?
Didn't he get turned into an android at some point?
That wasn't him. That was just an android.
Still, you're taking stuff out, they'd be putting stuff back in, you don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm your captain, Spock, can't you tell? Shoot! Shoot! Right, Spock, you must shoot. But you must shoot both of us. It's the only way to ensure the safety of the Enterprise.
All valid points. So what was your overall thoughts of this episode?
Honestly, we've mostly been hitting positive points on this review, but I thought this episode was sort of ho-hum. It felt really long in the middle. Like I was saying, when they were trying to get Dr. Culber out of the mycelial network there, I was like, just come on guys, come on, let's go. I don't really like what they're doing with Section 31, just that people seem to know it's a thing. And I think it might have been a fun angle of Pike just being ignorant of all this, but Burnham knows, and she has to, play both sides with this Georgiou and with Captain Pike, and there'd be some conflict there.
Call me provincial, but I prefer people whose truth I can take at face value. So, what truth are you keeping from me? The moment that you had your phaser on Georgiou. I don't know you very well, but I know you well enough.
I mean, the stuff that's actually being presented on screen with it is actually fairly interesting, but this is the canon nerd within me looking at this and going, no, that's not right.
You notice how they're trying to friendly up Georgiou a bit?
Yeah.
Just trying to get people's trust and faith, because if she's going to be a lead, she has to be likable.
I can't believe how not excited I am for a Section 31 focused Star Trek show.
Yeah, if it's not going to star Julian, I don't give a crap.
That sounds really, really wrong, but I mean, I'll give it a shot because I give everything a shot. But that sounds wrong.
I think Section 31 is a great, kind of side story thing. Not in Discovery, but in general Trek. I think it's a great thing to have pop up every once in a while, but I don't want to flesh it out to the point where you've just destroyed the mystery of it.
Yeah, it's sort of like what happened to the Borg in Voyager.
Oh yeah, they relied heavily on the Borg in Voyager. Yeah. Have we gone 3 episodes without a Borg? Okay, throw it in. This is bullshit, guys. Full-time Borg, come on.
As Borg, we had no need for seduction, no time for single-cell fertilization. We saw a species we wanted and we assimilated it. Nevertheless, I am willing to explore my humanity. Take off your clothes.
We're now Star Trek Borg.
Yeah, no, I thought, this episode just kept having things happen, so, in that aspect, it was a bit entertaining, but, I got to see Tyler again. He didn't do much, though. Mm-hmm. He was so quiet. Pike was mainly Pike in this, though. I saw his personality coming back.
Yeah, Anson Mount is still killing it. I love everything
that last episode, I didn't see a lot of Pike being Pike. Mm-hmm. But this one, he was definitely back. And, I'm getting excited every time I see Nhan on screen now. It's like, best girl.
Yeah, she keeps getting a little more to do every episode.
Yeah, now she's chief of security. Mm-hmm. Don't touch a Yeoh or I'll be pissed. I will riot.
Yeah, so overall this episode was a little weaker for me, but I think season 2 is still coming along really well. I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with the whole Spock carrot on a stick thing, when's he gonna show up? When Spock, guys? But other than that, this season's still feeling a lot more like Star Trek to me, and I'm still looking forward to what's next.
Yeah. Well, as always, thanks for watching.